Welcome back to another Spirit Island video. In this video, I'll be playing some Stone against Russia 6. I was going to do this video a little bit differently, but as you guys know, I am not feeling too well, and I wanted to do a easier matchup. So we got Russia and Stone. Okay, we got board D, probably one of our weaker boards here, and the starting explorer is going to be mountains. That's also not a good explorer for us. Okay, so the trick with stone, or the way that Russia kind of beats us, is these beasts. And the reason for that is Russia level 1, and it says that when Russia deals damage to the land and causes a blight, then you destroy a beast in that land. And usually with stone, we're going to be utilizing this left innate to basically pay for energy to prevent that blight from coming off the card. Now, even if you pay that energy, the blight will still come down and will still kill the beast. So really, we're looking for a way to basically defend our beast lands. And just looking at the starting explore here, our D8 is going to blight, and we'll lose that beast, which means we'll be down to one beast, which is quite scary. And usually we also like our beast land to have Dahan in it, and once again, that's not the case here. So now we do have plenty of drafts to find a solution. If you've watched my stone opening, you'll know turn 1 I like to G3, turn 2 we G3, and turn 3 we G1/G3, and we're going to do that the rest of the game. And let's start with that G3. Let's get a miner, and these are some really interesting cards. Call to trade, on element, ravage, or a ravage skip, primal. It's a defend 3. Also, it's on element. Constancy is constancy, one of the best cards in the game. And then infested aquifers, a way to add disease. I'm going to put my presence where it already isn't, in the land type where it already is not. Oh, actually, it should be, there we go. So usually on board D, I like to grow into my D1, followed by my D2, because that covers the coast. So we'll do that. And we're going to be playing Jagged here, because I want to defend this mountain here. I'm going to push 2 Dahan from my D1 into my D5 with Jagged, and then we're going to be able to defend our mountain with our Stubborn. So if I was playing multiplayer, I 100% grab Constancy because I'll be able to support the team. But since it's a solo game, I think I'm going to grab Call to Trade, as this is a good way to kind of stall the game out. We were playing Jagged, and let's go. Build mountain and explore jungle. And the reason why I think Stone has a very good matchup here is mainly because of Russia 6 here. And that says that after the Ravage step, if no Blight is added, you then do this. We're almost always going to be adding Blight with just how Stone functions. And a lot of time, that Blight will just be taken from this left innate. So there's just a lot of... we're just able to mitigate the toughest part about Russia. And that's really important. We're going to play Jagged Shards, pushing 2 Dahan, adding a Badlands. We're going to do it on our D7. There we go. And we'll likely take the Blight to scale on D8. We'll see. We're going to G3. We're going to put this presence likely in D2. Once again, such that we can get over here to this jungle. Or not jungle, this wetland. We're going to get a major. Okay. So we got some really cool cards here. We have Accelerated Rot, Weave, Pillar, and Trees Radiate. Pillar is a bad card. Accelerated Rot is pretty weak. So we're left between two very good cards. Weave, which is a perfect stone card, and Trees Radiate, which defends 6, this mountain here, which basically solves the land. But Weave is a better card for us. Hmm. Very tough decision here. So the problem if I play Weave, not Weave, Trees Radiate. I think we do Trees Radiate here because saving this beast is key. I know Weave is a very exciting card here, and you probably can win with Weave, but I think Trees Radiate is just a little bit safer. Because I place my presence in D2, I've uncovered this minor power space, so I get a minor now. I gained a major with Trees Radiate, and I chose to forget Plows. This is typically the major I forget. And these are amazing cards for us. Mainly, I'm looking at Hazards and Promises. Blood Draws and Reaching Grasp are pretty medium for Stone. Promises is just a zero cost card that allows us to move to Han on the fast. And its perfect element, Sun, Earth. And Hazards is a perfect element card that also creates beasts. So this card is for sure the card I would pick if I didn't grab Trees Radiate. I still might grab this card. Likely I want to play both of these cards. I think so. The benefit to picking Promises is next turn I can play Promises plus Stubborn, and I can like do a lot of damage here. I don't think I need to. I think I should just grab Hazards and just be safe. Being able to get the extra beasts is really important. We're gonna Stubborn, defend 3, Trees Radiate. 1, 2, 3, defend 6 over here. Let's see what we get. Mountain. We have Map Makers. That is pretty brutal against Russia. So that's great. We have Beast Damage. So it's 1 damage. We'll do 1 damage to the town. And we added a Han. I added over here to the wetland. Mountain Ravage. That's dead. This pushes. We did not blight this turn, so we have to rush a 6. I'm going to rush a 6 into my jungle. And once again, rush a 6 is adding an explorer and a town to the land with the most explorers. I have 2 explorers here and 2 here, so I have to pick between here and here. I purposely pushed my explorer from D5 because I already knew that I wanted to rush a 6 into my D2. We did that, and jungle build, build, and build. And the explorer with double explorers, because of map makers, is Sans. And we'll take the blight to scale on D6. This is where, yeah, we'll take blight here, D6 and D4, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, really losing the map makers is pretty brutal for us. We're going to reclaim, and this is what I mentioned earlier. We're going to G1 reclaim. This presence we'll put over here in the jungle. And we'll play Stubborn, and we'll also play Jagged Shards, just being able to set up to Han. We use our innate in the jungle here. And yeah, we have a ton of bad explorers for this stage 2 because of map makers. So we'll see what happens. War Touches, that is a redraw. And we got, what are the odds? We got both War Touches in the single flip. So we have to add a fear card to the top of the deck. We get to add a, so now we get to choose. We could either add a bunch of blight here and kill buildings, or just kill a town, but add no fear. We're just going to pick destroy the single town, no fear. Add a Badlands. Badlands goes to the mountain. And we have a Dahan Gather. That's really good. We'll gather both of these Dahan into here. And this is what's really cool, is I played Stubborn in this land, so I still only have Defend 1, but all of the Dahan are immortal. So, even though I moved more Dahan in the event phase, I guess, or the invader phase, but they're still immortal. So, and then that's perfect. Cool. Oh wow. I could choose to isolate a land. Let's isolate here. Okay, Jungle Ravage. We're gonna blight here on D6. We're gonna blight on D2 because we have our 4 Earth. We're gonna use our Earth innate, paying for that blight. And then we have our red innate doing 2 damage, as well as 3 Dahan, so that's 8 damage, enough to kill the land. We do not have to push an explorer because we isolated the land. Sans build and build. And the Explore is... What would be the worst here? Oh, we have to rush a 6. Oh, no, we did not, because we bladed here on D6. It's been a while since I've played Stone in this matchup, so I think the worst would be Wetlands, because then I would get 3 Explorers in here, which would be pretty rough. Sands would be pretty brutal, too. This would ravage a bunch. Well, let's wait and see. It is Sands. Well, maybe not. Maybe Sands is a saving grace. And I have to escalate. Russia escalation. We're going to put 2 Explorers in my Wetlands here. And we're going to be playing Jagged Shards. Put a Badlands in my D5 and pushing these Dahan into my D4. Once again, we're going to be able to utilize how powerful Stubborn is and just defend this land and have the Dahan trade. And that map maker is really causing us a lot of pain last turn. Time passes. Okay, let's do the math over here. So it's 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. 5, we're doing 7 damage, plus 1 for the Badlands. It's 8 damage back. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this is why Stone is really good, is we're ignoring Russia 6, but also Russia 1. Explorers doing more damage allows our tier 2 of our red innate to basically just clear lands. So we have enough damage to fully clear the sands. So it's likely we just don't play on element cards. I was thinking about possibly doing... Oh, right, we have called a trade, too. I've planned this. Nice. Okay. So we're going to G1, reclaim. We're going to put this presence over here on D7. We're going to be playing Stubborn. Oh, because we uncovered this, we get a minor card. Ooh, defend 4. That's really good as well. Once again, just defend as king. I could see an argument maybe for Rouse, because I could play Rouse on my wetland and use this as a way to clear that wetland. Undergrowth is a pretty solid card in Russia because it stops a build, and then it adds a wilds. But really, like I said, we need that second level of the right innate such that we can clear our sands here on D7. So we have to play perfect element cards here with Stubborn plus Drift Down. That will give us defend 6. It's still not enough for the sands, but Drift Down is usually a very good card. I think what we could do is maybe do Call to Trade on the sands and just skip it for a turn. Yeah, I think that's what we do. Yeah, so let's do Call to Trade. We will not play Stubborn this turn. We'll play Hazards just for some safety, adding another beast. And then I think we grab Rouse here. Play Rouse. And the idea behind this is we use Hazards. We add that beast over here to the jungle just to insulate us. And then we have our right innate here on the sands. We use Call to Trade, gathering a town into this jungle, gathering a Dahan into the sands. And then we're going to skip the Ravage here. It's going to cause a build. Then they're going to build again. So it's going to be a big land, but then it's okay. We'll just throw Stubborn there. The Dahan will trade, and we'll take our second blade of the game. And then we've set up quite nicely with Rouse to handle if Wetlands comes up next turn. And then we're not blighting this turn, but this land has 3 Explorers, so we just easily rush a 6 there. No problem. See what it is. Dang, that's... So each beast generates a fear. Or no, actually, let's take that back. We have to Diaspora, which is quite funny, because both of these lands are... Wow, that's probably one of the worst events for us. So, because if I pick the sands, there's only 4 adjacent lands. So I actually push out into all of those lands. And then, but there's still one thing left, and it won't ravage there. They're gonna build again. So I just get stuff pushed all into my adjacent lands. If I choose this other land, I mean, it's probably not the end of the world. Explorers get pushed here, here, and here. Town gets pushed here. I mean, it's not good. That's for sure. It's probably still better to do the sands. Because at least with that sands, oh God, that feels so bad. All right. So beasts generate fear. 1, 2. This beast has to move. We're going to move over here to the wetlands. And I have to push these to Han from a land with blight to a land without blight. Um, I think I can go one to the sands, one to the wetlands. Actually, we'll do both to the sands so that I can just do a ton of damage here next turn. Fear card removes an explorer from an inland land. Sure. We're going to grab this one right here. And now I've set up nicely to handle this land and this land. Okay, Sands Ravage. We pay for this blight over here. And we kill the city. This builds. Sands build. City, city. I was hoping for an easy game. Sands Wetland, of course. Oh, right, but we played around the edge case with Rouse. Oh, that's quite nice. Like I said, oh, I did not. Oh no, I did blight. I keep forgetting. It's been a while since I've played Stone and recognizing that Stone basically ignores Rush to 6. Okay, Rouse. We'll do 2 damage here, killing Explorer, pushing 1, and then the bottom part pushing Explorer, push you to there. So we solve this wetlands, and time passes. And then once again, we'll just take the blight here. We'll pay for it, punch back, kill the Explorer. For this Sands here, we actually could play 2 cards. We could G3 again here. It just will take more blight. Nah, we just G1 reclaim. It's just too good not to. We'll put this presence over here on this mountain here. Stubborn has to be played. Rouse has to be played. I could actually just skip. No, I think we let this land go. Let's see how much damage we do back. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 3, 6, 8, 10. Still quite a lot. I wonder if we just do call to trade again. Just stall the land out. Because we know we're going to use the innate there. We have Rouse for this land. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think we do Stubborn yet. I think what we do call to trade and we do hazards. And the idea is we hazards, we throw a beast into the sands, we call to trade that land. So it builds again. And then we know we're getting a stage 2, and we're hoping it's not coastal so we could escalate into this the sands here. And then we'll be able to defend 6 this turn with Trees Radiate. Okay, add a town. Sure, we'll just add the town over here to our D4 with population rises. Add a disease. Sure. And gain an energy. Pattern and dance. Oh, fear card. Remove an explorer or a town where it's the only invader. Sure, we'll remove that on that jungle. Sands Ravage, but we build. Sands Wetland. Oh, we have to take this first. Blight. Damage. We need to push this explorer. We'll push that over to here. Build Sands Wetland. Have to build over here and over here. Explore is jungle with an escalation. And that's perfect because we wanted to escalate into the sands here. And now we have that trees and stones. So I believe we use that over here to take out the 2 explorers, push this other explorer. Or do we just kill the town, push an explorer? That's probably what we do. We can defend 6 there. Oh, but we're going to get the Russia bomb. Are we okay with the Russia bomb this turn? Probably okay with it. Kill a town, push the explorer. And we can actually choose to not G1 reclaim this. This is a turn where we can take that off because we could choose to trees radiate this wetlands, and then we can stubborn the sands here and just trade with the explorers because now it's not coming up. That's probably what we do. We lose a beast, sure. Yeah, so this is where we're going to G3 again. And we're going to put this presence over here in D6. And thinking if we want to get another card. I think we get another major here. Oh, and there's our win condition. Vengeance of the Dead. So we're just going to pick this. Winds, Cleansing Flood, and Fire and Flood are just not good enough cards here. Vengeance we can combo kill with, we need one more animal, but this is a way that we can AoE, just nuke everything. So we're going to go with this card. We have to forget a card. We're going to forget Rouse. Rouse did a lot of work for us this game, but it's time it's gone. We've now placed our presence, so then we need to get a miner. Looking for an animal earth, and there it is. There's Mez. Just how we wrote it up. We're going to grab that. Renewing Boon and Dire also works if we just needed elements, but Mez is one of the best cards in the game. And this turn, we do these 4 cards. So let's do Trees Radiate. 1, 2, 3. We have a Defend 6 in this wetlands. We skip the next build there. Vengeance of the Dead. 1, 2. And this, I'm actually using the exploratory version. And we use that on the sands here. We then use Stubborn, also in that land. And that's going to be Defend 5. And we're going to use Mez on this wetlands here, so that none of the explorers will escape. That looks pretty good to me. So thresholded Vengeance of the Dead. It says after invaders are Dahan or destroyed, deal damage equal to the destroyed piece's base health. And that's basically going to cause this AoE damage on our D4. That should be able to kill a lot of stuff for us. Events, Terror Spikes Upward. This is going to be resolved at level 2. In a land with beasts and oh wow, this is nice. So it says in a land with beasts or beasts and buildings, destroy 1 beast and slash Badlands. We're going to use that here, killing this beast, but now it won't die and it won't get put on the Russia card. 1 damage here, and then I have to push half the Dahan rounded down from the land with the most. It would be land D4, but I have Stubborn Solidity, so they can't get pushed out. Sands, Wetland Ravage. This ravages. Now this triggers. I will take another blight. And let's figure out what's going to happen here. This is going to be a mess. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's 10 damage. We have 1 damage to the town. So we destroy all of this. This is 10 damage. So now we get 10 damage into an AoE if we would like. We're going to do 1 damage. Actually, we'll do 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Almost wins the game. What if we just did it's just this last land here. Oh, we do get to escalate with the wetlands. Yep, so let's kill both buildings. That's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. It's 1 fear. That's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, This guy gets pushed, push him into the wetland, or into the sands here. Okay, jungle build. And just to resolve what happened, I have a Vengeance of the Dead, so anytime anything dies here, it's a triggered action once. So stuff died in the land, 10 damage worth. I then get to do 10 damage. Because it's thresholded, I can divide it amongst adjacent lands. So I basically, and also the target land here. So I did, what is it, 2 damage here, 1 damage here, and then the rest of the damage to the sands here. And then only one explorer has to be pushed from resolving this action. So we have wetlands build, but first I have to escalate. We're going to escalate over here into my D8. And this is why I was planning for this, is now I can just kill this in the Ravage next turn, and then I'll win. Wetlands build, and the Explorer Sands Mountain. Perfect. I just needed one more Explorer in that mountain. Nice. And it's funny, it's Sands Mountain, so that's not my coast when we have the quarantine. So that's pretty funny. And we're just going to G1 reclaim. Whenever someone tells me that stone isn't one of the best spirits in the game, just look at this game. I have 14 energy. And we've taken 2 blight from the card. It's just pretty insane what the spirit can do. And now I've set up perfectly such that I can vengeance of the, and this is like one of the endgame builds I use with stone, is actually I'll pull up a card I passed up as well. Promises. But like look at this build. We've almost every turn we could throw out Vengeance of the Dead thresholded plus our right innate, so we can nuke a land with our right innate and then AoE damage everything into adjacent lands. If I would have picked Promises, it would have given me the Sun Earth for my right innate and then the animal to threshold Vengeance. So crazy. I forget which card I passed up for this. Oh, I grabbed Hazards, and Hazards I think was the better card. But okay, Vengeance. We'll just do the Dahan defend there, and we'll punch back on the mountain. And that should be GG. And we'll add one more beast just in case if something crazy happens. Numinous, that's one of my redraws. Choose a land with cities, build there, beast push, sure, and Dahan gather, defend. We have a bunch of tier 2s. Does not matter. Push stuff from an inland land, sure. And does not matter. I guess I have to add this, but doesn't matter. No matter what, we're still going to kill everything in that land. And I know I just have sped through everything, but that's just how it is. That is GG. And I had my right innate plus Vengeance of the Dead on this mountain, so that would fully clear everything. So if you like this video, like, subscribe for more content. I will see you guys in the next video.